And city council members expressed shock over how the inmates escaped.
Sabrina Wilson joins us with more of their reaction.
Really, city council members are outraged and incredulous that the NOPD and Louisiana State Police and the media and the public weren't alerted immediately. I caught up with some of them in the CBD, and we also had two council members live in our studio.
If you're from here, you kind of know the history from 1837 to now. We've had a few sheriffs of, I think maybe a few terms ago, that had some escapees, but never to this magnitude. This rivals, I think, some of the worst things that have happened at New Orleans Parish Jail since then.
I mean, Sabrina, I'll tell you this. I mean, it's shocking, but one of the things that I find really alarming is the fact I'm hearing from NOPD and from state police that they really weren't notified timely at all on this situation. And so, you know, the fact that it's like this apparently happened at 8:30 and then police weren't notified till like 10 or 10:30, that's an hour and a half.
To not notify law enforcement partners immediately, to not notify the public, not notify the media, I almost think is almost like malfeasance in office.
Well, Sabrina, I certainly have concerns. Certainly there'll have to be some investigation as to what happened, because this is the purpose of having security at the facility so that you don't have these incidents. But I do want to say this. I have extreme confidence in the members of the New Orleans Police Department that they, along with the Sheriff's Office, are going to be working hard to get those persons who are supposed to be incarcerated back where they were before this incident.
New Orleans DA Jason Williams, who will be in our studio soon, told me earlier he personally prosecuted one of the escapees who is facing a life sentence, and that he would have liked to have gotten a courtesy call about the escape. In light of what happened, Moreno said this was not just a lapse in security at the jail, but also what she called a complete lack of leadership at the jail. Councilman Thomas says the public should be on alert because the escapees may do anything at this point, because obviously they didn't escape the jail just to go back to jail. Liz?
Thank you, Sabrina. The NOPD says it didn't know about the escape until it received a notice from a statewide alert system hours after the head count of the inmates at the jail.
Andres Fuentes is live at NOPD headquarters with those details.
Right, and Sheriff Susan Hudson tells us that head count happened at 8:30 this morning. That's when staffers alerted her of the escape around 9 o'clock or so, but NOPD says that it didn't hear about the escape until 10:30 this morning. Now, and NOPD Chief Ann Kirkpatrick tells us that it wasn't a direct notification from the Sheriff's Office to NOPD. It was actually an alert that they got from the State Fusion Center. Now, that program is something that statewide police departments, emergency management departments communicate with one another and send alerts to one another in case something like an escape happens in the area, just to notify those regional agencies. Kirkpatrick says that while Sheriff Hudson eventually did reach out after that statewide alert was sent, she felt that it was important for the NOPD to keep the public informed with whatever information was available at the time. Chief Kirkpatrick held her press conference at 11:30 this morning, 30 minutes after Sheriff Susan Hudson held hers at the jail.
And I spoke with the sheriff, and she was going to be doing her media response. We wanted to give her that opportunity to do so, and I understand that she has, but we were not going to wait. So when we learned about it, we knew the immediacy to at least inform the public, even if we didn't have pictures ready and all of the names ready.
Now, Chief Kirkpatrick says that this is not the time right now to evaluate the NOPD and the sheriff's communication processes, but that is something that she does want to address once all of the inmates are found and returned back to the jail. But she also wants to stress that, again, that alert that the NOPD got went region-wide, especially to some of the more local law enforcement agencies like Jefferson Parish, St. Charles Parish, St. Tammany Parish, as well as she wants to emphasize that Troop NOLA and state police as a whole are working with NOPD and the Sheriff's Office trying to locate all of the inmates. For now, reporting live here at NOPD headquarters, Andres Fuentes, Fox 8 Local First.